Protect Yeti.
Hello, Moses.
How are you? Hope you're fine. This is the Shy Yeti Show.
Okay, where you go?
Why have I got horns?
Oh no.
Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Oh, there's going to be some drama ahead.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep?
Oh, your show's getting so international, Paul.
Boy, he's not all that shy is right.
You're such a winner.
Blimey, Governor. It's the Shy Life Podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Paul.
I don't know how he done it.
771.
771. Bonjour et bienvenue au podcast The Shy Life.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Shy Life Podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm all right. So what's this episode going to be about? Well, I'm a bit busy at the moment, so I think I'm going to be sharing with you quite a lot of chats that I've recorded recently with all number of guests. So I think let's get on and let's run the theme music, and when we come back, I'll tell you a bit more. All right? Right, run that theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
My favorite person is you.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Yes, but it's supposed to be painful. The highlight, the Shy Life.
Go Shy Yeti.
I'll go anyway, but potato.
Delicious.
Hello, Captain. How are you?
Oh my, I never found out my secret. Did you have it?
I love the Yeti'S. It's my favorite thing.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Yeah, I'm strangely drawn to Yeti Uncle John's ankles as well.
I could eat my body weight in crisps.
Has anyone seen my hot sausage?
It's all gooey and meaty and yum.
It was enormous.
I don't think I'm ready to speak about it. It's been a while.
That's right.
Here comes the Grizzlies.
It's the Shy Life Podcast.
I can't wait for it to begin.
It's alright, I'm just being an alien.
I like that.
Hi there.
Marvelous, Paul. Oh, something like no, nothing.
Hello again, listeners. It's quite noisy around here. I'm out in the country. You can probably hear birds tweeting, and I'm in the park opposite my parents' house, but somebody's mowing the graveyard with a big, like a lawnmower, one of those ones you sit down on. And what am I doing? I'm playing Pokemon Go. Because Darth Grizzly told me to. But it's fun as well. I've been playing the card game for a while, and now I've got the app. It makes you go walking to find more Pokemon. Yeah, my friendly friend the Fox, Mr. Fox, comes with me. It's true. It really is. It's a joyous thing. I come over to the park because there was supposed to be some sort of Pocky stop or something. I don't know what I'm doing, listeners. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm meant to do. Yeah, I mean, I've caught some. I've caught some little Pokemon people. Yes, some of them look really angry, and some of them look kind of cute. One of them like a koala. I like him. I can't believe he's evil. He's called Koala Mama Polo Koala. No, that's not how you say. It reminded me of Kamala, as in Kamala Harris, but it's not. It's Koala. La. I'm not sure. Anyway, but yes, it's a bit noisy out here. I don't know which is noisier, the birds or the lawnmower. Probably the lawnmower at this very moment. But it keeps going up and down the churchyard. Oh, dear. Yeah. Those poor people in the graves. They're going to be woken up. It's going to be like an Italian zombie movie around here soon, if you're not careful. You just don't know with these sorts of things what could trigger something nasty to happen. You know, the lawnmower might run over some sort of toxic chemical which might leak into the soil, and I've just been watching too many Italian horror films, haven't I? So anyway, as I say, I'm far too busy to be doing an episode this time. Oh, there goes a car. I'm doing Pokemon Go, so I need to chase some Pokemons around. But luckily I have recorded chats with Paul from school, Callum, Warren, Nick, I think, and I've lost track. I've lost count. But anyway, that'll get you started. That'll start you off, won't it? Yeah. So we haven't heard from Paul from school for about 18 months. We heard from him loads in 2023 and not at all last year. So, yes. Paul from school and I went to the cinema and out for an Indian meal, and we had a chat on the way back. And Callum came over because it was his birthday, or it had been around that time, and we did some quizzing. Warren came over and we went for a meal, went for lunch, and we went to Richmond Park, which didn't work out quite as we hoped it would. Nick came over to my parents to help me out with all manner of helpings. And, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much time that will take. That might be enough for one episode. Anyway, the lawnmower's coming back, so I think it's time that I started to share some of the recordings with you. So let's start with Paul from school. And I think I'll probably be too busy Pokemon hunting to... there's no need for me to pop back in between. I'll just pop back at the end and say hi, all right? Okay, right. Enjoy the episode. Right, where are those dratted Pokemon? They're going to get run over by the lawnmower at this rate. I used to go to the
Quite regularly, yeah. Have you been to school? You've been to school for racing? I've never done that. I've been to a race racing now.
We well, I can't remember if I went twice. I do remember one of the times we went in the summer.
Right.
But there was a rain. But it all cleared up. But I had the bright idea of us walking back, because you can walk down from the race course and you can sort of cut across the fields to broken bridges and then go and sort of that way. Unfortunately, the grass was quite long for the summer, and I remember we kind of got a bit soaking wet, because although it was sunny again, the grass was still wet from the downpour. Yeah, I think we're gonna do more.
Have you got anything else planned for this year so far?
No, not really. So yeah, going to the Isle of Wight and that sort of thing is sort of a nice sort of surprise.
What would you give out of 10 Final Destination Love Line?
It's 3.5 or something.
Oh really?
Oh
really? That is low.
I know. I thought that was quite a good mark. 3.5 out of 5.
Oh,
out of 10.
I'm thinking out of 10.
7.5.
Okay. I was thinking 6. I mean, it was, in places, it was very funny. I mean, almost like it was horror comedy. It was shocking, but not. Oh my god, I'm looking through my fingers.
Yeah, sometimes.
But some of it so quick that you think, oh my god, that's really.
Sometimes
it is shocking.
Sometimes I'm not sure how. When it is funny, does it know it's being funny, or is that?
Well, I think they're trying to be dramatic, and because it's so dramatic, and then some of it is so over the top.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm never quite sure.
You have to laugh.
Some of it. I'm sure, like the kid getting squashed.
I remember was it in that last Scream film where there's a scene where there's a murder in a DJ, and then he ends up with his tongue out, and a knife is through his tongue, and he's going around the turnstile. And I thought that was a brilliant scene. But you know, it's done for comedy, comedically. It was just so over the top.
There is another Scream coming up, but I don't know if it's going to be.
Well, it'll have to be completely different, won't it? Because they've virtually killed off all the characters.
Well, Nev Campbell is coming back for the next one. So, but I even saw that the guy who played Dewey, the detective who got killed, that he was coming back. But I suspect that could just be a flashback scene.
Well, I don't know what more they can. Well, I saw a really sort of rip-off type one of Scream, which was called Valentine. Something Valentine Eyes or Hearts, Valentine Heart.
Yeah, I think I wanted to see that because I saw a trailer.
Yeah, and then it was pretty poor, but very light, you know, hour and a half slasher thing, and very formulaic. We went to Belfast in March, and I'm convinced I caught COVID out there. Absolutely convinced. So last 2 days, I just wanted to come home. Not great. Anyway, one evening, so it was a pretty good, big Odeon cinema in the community centre. So we went to see that, and it was. I thought I'd missed it, and then it was still showing out there. I thought, oh, okay, but this will be fine for a couple of hours this evening. So that was okay. But I did see another. I don't know. I might have told you, but the Monkey.
I never saw the trailer.
Yeah, and actually that was good. I like that. I didn't realise until afterwards it was a Stephen King short story.
Oh yeah.
But actually, I thought that was a good film. I enjoyed that. Quite a simple concept. Alex didn't like it. He was very nonplussed about it. But we saw Gladiator 2, or basically the sequel, and that was very good. And I was thinking, I'd see that again, but I think it's only showing on Apple for some reason. Apple TV have got it. And I don't know if that's because Denzel Washington is involved with Apple, so I don't know whether it's linked to that. You know, whether they get the rights to distribution for his films. I'm not sure. It might just be just coincidence. Well, they had a trailer of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Is that a remake? Is it?
Well,
just bringing it up to date. Is that what they're trying to do?
The sounds of it. I don't know if it's a bit like when they did that Scream film and it wasn't the first one,
And they went back in time.
Well, no, but there was like Scream 5 wasn't called Scream 5. It was called Scream, even though it was a continuation.
Right, okay.
Well, there was a bit in that trailer where the man was going, this has happened before, and also the girl at the school was the girl from the... Sorry, I think it... Although it's called I Know What You Did Last Summer, I think it might be a prequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Right.
So they definitely had people from the original, from the 90s.
Well, that film first time, I mean, I really liked that film first time round. I have watched it, I've seen it a couple of years ago. It does hold up actually. It's a bit corny, but it does hold up. I mean, it's 20 years old now.
But also they showed a picture, like on the gravestone of Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she was in the original and was murdered. So it must be a sort of people who were around the first time got to go and be careful.
And also, a mass murderer walks around in a fishing. Yeah, it's pretty conspicuous, isn't it?
I have read the book that it was based on.
Okay.
It's actually not. It's a bit more complicated in the film, and there were less deaths. More of a mystery where somebody has been killed, and they're trying to work it out. There are lots of deaths.
I like the premise of it, and they all feel guilty, and they all have to end up dying, or basically their crime catches up with them.
Yeah, they took the title from the original book and made it quite different because the killer wasn't an anonymous fisherman. Hi listeners, I'm here with Paul from school. Sorry, I had a lot of breath just getting in the car. It's a bit low, isn't it, your new car?
It is, actually. When I bought it, I had you in mind.
You wanted us to be struggling to get in.
No, I thought you could do with the excitement of a new sporty vehicle.
Yeah.
But what I realised is, because it's a lot lower down. Oh, sorry, this is Colonel Abraham's. Hold on. I thought I'd put him off. There you go. Basically, I needed to change the car. The previous car was much higher up. This is much lower down.
Yeah.
And as a result, it's probably not as...
It's easier to get out of than it is to get in. But my friend Muffley, he has a sporty little number, and we went to Avery last summer, and I got in and out of that quite well. So it's just getting used to. It's just getting used to the way of the cars.
Well, that's right. We're getting used to each other.
Yes.
But the other thing is, what is also a bit awkward is because we've just been for a meal, and I had the best part of a pint of lager thrown all over me by the staff.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have said what you said.
And although they were apologetic, they were slow in replacing the item.
They also tried to charge us for
and
two
then
things.
At the end, we got billed.
Oh, that's my old... Sorry, up ahead. We're in Addleston, listeners. The Beef King, that's my favourite burger place. Hello, Beef King. They're very nice there. The burgers are really nice, and they if you order on an afternoon, you have 30% off. And also sometimes they just kind of go, oh, we put an extra burger in, or oh, we've put an extra drink in, or I only go back once a week, but order from them once a week. But Beef King sponsorship deal. Yes, we went to Mystica. Yeah,
Mystica.
Well, which you and I have been to once before, and Mark and I have ordered takeaway from as well.
And they've never thrown anything.
They've never thrown anything at me, no. But.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. It's not the first time actually that I've had that has happened to Paul and I. I think we were in. I want to say Brussels, but I don't think it was Brussels. But we were abroad somewhere.
Yeah, I've never been to Brussels
and
with you.
they that happened to me, and they ended up. Do you know? Actually, maybe it was Cornwall. Mm-hmm. Did we go to Cornwall or something, or
I don't know. We've been.
We did something.
We went to. We've been to Florence together. We've been to Florence twice together, actually.
If we had gone to Cornwall,
it would have happened. Yeah.
No, and I was going to say, if we'd gone to Cornwall, where would we have stayed?
I don't think I've been to Cornwall with you.
No.
Maybe it was somebody who looked like me.
Well, anyway, it happened to me. We were having a meal. They knocked the drink over, and it fell over me, not you. Yeah. So it didn't affect you at all, and that was the same.
Particularly if I wasn't there.
You were there.
Oh, okay.
You were there. But and actually, just thinking about it, I've just remembered this happened to me about 30 years ago in a restaurant in Kensington, a Conrad restaurant, and the waiter tipped all the drinks all over the table, and they were apologetic, but they didn't make there's no compensation or anything. Mm-hmm. And I ended up having to ask for these drinks to be taken off the bill. Mm-hmm. And I found it really awkward, to be honest. And they did do it, but they were in no rush to do it. And so it was a bit galling to then be charged, not only to be charged for the drinks that they spilled, but then to be charged other drinks that we didn't even have. There was cider and something else, wasn't it? They're trying to charge, so
it could all be part of a chain link of events, just like the film we saw today, Final Destination: Bloodlines.
Yeah.
Maybe knocking the drink, which then some little bit of the drink ran on the floor and went into the circuitry, and then somebody sitting on another table in another restaurant got electrocuted or something.
Yeah. I thought actually, I thought that film was okay. It was okay. I mean, some of it was very funny.
Yes.
But other parts of it were the bit where the guy's nose ring is being pulled. I had to look away actually.
Yeah, somebody
a bit too squeamish about.
There was a cat. There was a.
And also when when all his other piercings.
The one bit that was quite rude.
Out on the machine on the scanner. Yeah. And they were piercings that you weren't aware of, but now became aware of because of this magnetic thing. And then he all crumples up, doesn't he? That was a bit grim.
Some of the trailers for some of the horror films looked a bit grim as well, and they were just the trailers, the quite body horror type ones where things are being. But I wouldn't mind seeing I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, I think I'd probably give it a go, but it does look.
I think glossy. Yeah, I think if I couldn't find anyone to go with, I'd just wait till it came on, whatever it was going to be on. But I think it's only the second film I've seen at the cinema this year. But
I'm waiting for 28 weeks later.
Oh yes.
That actually I will watch that.
Yeah, I have seen the other two.
And I did. Yeah, the first one is good. The second one I didn't think much of that at all. But the third, I like the premise of actually there's a huge amount of time that's gone on, years rather than just a few months or weeks.
We often went to the cinema on that year we had when you were working in Salisbury and you were on the show. This is the first time you've been on in nearly 18 months. It's but it's because you were on at least once a month back in 2023. But we were often going for either a meal or sometimes a cinema, and then chatting on the way back.
Or both.
Or both. Yeah. I can't remember which films we saw now.
We saw Scream and we saw Saltburn.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And that was very good. And actually, I'm surprised that's not been on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably has. I know it's on demand, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think Saltburn's on Prime.
Is it? Okay.
But a lot of things. Some of those films that I saw trailers of early in the year, I'm looking out for as to whether they're part of my membership of Prime. But
Or you have to pay again.
Sometimes you have to pay almost as much as you did,
But
would
if
have
they're
done
on
if
Prime, aren't they free to you anyway?
Not everything. No,
Really?
sometimes
you still have to pay.
Well, sometimes you have to pay for them. There are films that are free under the membership, and there are others that you can see, but you have to pay because they're not part of the Prime deal. So it's not quite like
It's all
not
yeah. If
quite
you
like
pay your
Netflix.
membership, everything's free. No, okay.
But anyway, well, it's been good to see you. We're nearly back at the flat. We're going to go and see Mr. Dealey, see how he's doing.
Yeah, he's not been feeling 100% today, is
Wasn't
he?
feeling too well today, but I'm hoping he's been okay.
Yeah, okay.
I shall put my cat nurse uniform back on and scare him to death. But, I left.
Well, we wish him well because he does look good.
Yeah,
which is a bit deceptive because he's actually he's
nearly 21, getting on for 21.
It's quite a lot old, isn't it, for a cat?
Yeah. Anyway, well, good to see you, and I'll see you again later in the year.
Yeah, definitely.
You've got a significant birthday coming.
I have, yes. I have.
Coming up, not out.
Yes.
You'll have done a bit of travelling by the time we see you next time as well.
Yeah. I'll be able to tell you all about trip to Mallorca.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, thanks for coming, and we'll see you again soon, listeners.
Bye.
Bye. Listeners, Callum's here. Hello, Callum.
Hi.
Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, dear him. For yesterday, and it will be a few weeks' time, if not another month by the time this gets edited. Happy birthday to him. We may do some quizzes, but first, sorry, I should ask about your birthday. You went to a beer festival before your birthday.
That was the
Friday.
Prelude, yeah.
Yeah, and we've just Autumn Beer Festival, which we've just realised that Mark went to on the Saturday, and so they wouldn't have met. But because I knew Mark was going to a beer festival, and I was like, Callum's going to a beer festival too, and sorry, I'm trying to open something. I'm doing an unboxing, sort of. It's a surprise. I bought 4 ancient 7-inch singles. I wanted Callum's opinion on them. It's very sticky as well. Anyway, yeah, they got here safely. Anyway.
Wrong one.
Yeah. Keep that one. First one is Spania. Every boy and every girl and boy. That was a hit, but it was the hit that followed Call Me. But it's the one I prefer. I was reminded of it. I was reminded of it because I was watching Top of the Pops repeats, and there was one particular song I wanted to buy, and they were offering 4 for 3 on eBay for this particular company. So, yeah, Every Girl and Boy. Don't Call It Love on the B-side. I haven't listened to it yet. But I'm trying to, as I can't buy much vinyl now, I'm trying to buy copies of singles that are kind of weirder or more obscure singles, or things that I don't own in any other formats I've only just discovered. I've got lots of albums that I haven't got around to playing yet because I haven't properly got my record players set up. eventually I shall put my record player in pride place and be using it a lot, I hope. This next one is on the RAK label, which has a ship on the... Don't look. Rack. Yeah. This song, I remember, I bought this one because, to be honest, we haven't come to the single that instigated this whole thing. So I was having to you can't find any other singles when you first look. And then by the time you've started looking, suddenly you've got 12 singles and you have to cut down again. So yeah, this is a song I remember when I was a kid, a friend playing on their record player. And it's Some Girls by Racy.
Some girls
do, ooh, some girls don't, ooh, 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 ooh. Some girls need a lot of loving, some girls don't, ooh. I heard a Waddy song on Top of the Pops Repeats.
Very similar sound.
It was an earlier one. What was it called?
Under the moon of light.
So, yes, I remember a friend of mine playing this when I was a kiddie on one of those record players that stacked when you could stack them when they dropped.
Oh, when they dropped on.
Yeah, I used to like those ones. That was another of my picks. The next one, I heard playing a lot recently on Top of the Pops Repeats, and it's Things Can Only Get Better by Howard.
Not that one.
By Howard Jones. Yes, not that one. No, it was a top 10 hit though, so that's been quite a fortunate title for songs. If you want to have a hit, call your song "Things Can Only Get Better." But, yeah, I think that must be one of his later singles, because it's 1985. I mean, later successful. A lot of those acts from around that time had a couple of years of success and then kind of vanished again. The one I bought it for is, but I think you know about this. It was Brotherhood of Man's Lightning Flash, which sounds like an ABBA B-side from like 1982 or something. Quite like it. It was a flop at the time, but the B-side was Heartbreaker and not the Dionne Warwick one. Oh yeah, I just noticed that Howard Jones's fan club was in High Wycombe, but my mum and dad weren't in High Wycombe anymore, so they can't be responsible. I've also got a few more 7-inches I bought. Thompson Twins, Lay Your Hands on Me. I think that's from 85 as well. 84. You know, the way they're listed in eBay, described as having a picture sleeve just because it's got a sleeve, I think. I don't think it's anything additional. But I also got Duran Duran, Meet El Presidente. And I'll Never Love Anyone Anymore, which again wasn't well known, by Laurie Andrew. I just heard that playing on Top of the Pops, like Top of the Pops 70s repeat, and like kind of looked on the wiki page for that person and found out that it must have been a song that they just played randomly because they liked it and thought it would be a hit. I think they did that more in those days. As I'm being beeped at, I've got to go and see to the lasagna. In fact, I don't have to go and see to it. It's just anyway. Hello again, listeners. We've got some quiz cards. The only problem is whether we can read the questions because they're writing small, and
the light needs to be in the right place.
Yeah.
No, it's better. I think it's better today.
Is it today? Well, I think I've got. Oh no. Oh, I haven't. No, I've got a pair of my £1 magnifying glasses. Although it's covered in dust. That might help me though. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Oh yes. These glasses are good. You might want to use these glasses. I'll pass them over because let me just dust them off. They're not.
Well, this is fine. It's a light.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But
I'll give you them at the end, and you can see what.
See, it makes a difference.
What colour are traditional Chinese wedding dresses? Clue, they're not white.
Yellow?
No. Question 2. What Anatomy is an American medical drama set in Seattle's Grace Hospital?
Grey's Anatomy.
Yes. Question 3. The New Zealand national rugby team are known as the All what?
Blacks.
Yeah. Question 4. Debbie Harry was the lead singer of which band?
Blondie.
Yeah. What's the link?
Let me think. Greys,
Blacks and Blondie.
Well, they're all colours.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. It's natural hair colours, and it was red was the wedding dresses, and the clue was brunettes are nice too.
Well, I'd say it's blonde rather than blondie. That's how you got blondie.
Oh yeah, no.
You ain't got blondie hair.
I've got blondie hair. I have. I've got Debbie Harry tattooed into my head. Okay.
So there you go. Number 1. Who is the Man of Steel?
Superman.
Correct. Oh, I'd be impressed if you get this. What is the name of the man who won gold in the 100 metres at the Beijing and London Olympics?
I have no idea. You can't tell me.
Okay. Number 3. The 3 largest cats in Africa are the lion, leopard, and
jaguar.
That's incorrect. Number 4. What is the name of Japan's famous trains which have very long nose cones?
Bullet trains.
That's correct. So you've got to play with. You've got Superman
and Bullet
and Bullet Train.
Oh, is it the whole work? Is it the whole thing?
Yeah, Bullet Train.
Like super strength.
The clue is hold on tight.
Is it fairground rides?
No, I mean it's a bit of tenuous really with those clues anyway. It's just fast. So the athlete was Usain Bolt.
Oh, yeah.
And the big cat was the cheetah.
Yeah, I was going to say puma next. Right. Question 1. Which 1989 Disney movie follows the story of Ariel and her crab friend Sebastian?
The Little Mermaid?
Yeah. Yes. If someone's sex drive is out of control, they are called a omaniac.
Nymph.
Yeah. Question 3. During World War II, what noise told civilians to take cover? An air raid?
Siren.
Yeah. Which loch beginning with N is Scotland's second largest?
Beginning with what, sorry?
N.
Oh, I'm going for the connections. But is it Ness?
Yes. The connection is...
Well, I was going to say there were sort of mythical female beasts.
Aquatic beasts, because we don't know about Nessie. The Kraken was another one as the clue.
Joaquin Phoenix played which legendary country singer in the film Walk the Line?
Johnny Cash.
That's correct. Number 2. What would you send somebody from moonpig.com?
Birthday cards, greetings cards.
Yeah, it just says card. So, in 1993, Czechoslovakia split into Slovakia and what republic?
Chechnya.
You're half right there. What letters do the phonetic words India, Oscar, and uniform represent?
IOU. Was that 4?
Yeah. So you got
IOU.
So you had Johnny Cash, card, and IOU.
Oh, the Czech Republic. So it's like methods of payment.
Yeah, that's it. Ways to pay. Everyone uses PayPal these days. What's the clue?
My mum still uses Czech Republics. With this ring, ID what is the third line in the Anglican marriage vows?
Wed.
Yeah.
They're all abbreviations, days of the week.
Yes.
I should get 5 points.
The next question is, which red top newspaper is owned by Rupert Murdoch and has the largest circulation of any national daily in the UK, Sun. It still have the high. That's awful. What did little Miss Muffet do on her tuffet before before she ate her curzon whey? She did a poo. A full English breakfast is also known as a what?
A Friday up.
Friday up.
F-R-I. That's another dodgy. The cross-dressing Turner Prize winning artist is called Grayson who?
Perry.
Yeah, I should tell you, it's got Perry, P-R-R-Y, and it's got Perry, P-E-R-R-I-E in brackets afterwards on this card. Which one of Mick Jagger's kids is named after a precious stone?
Ruby.
No. Complete the name of the Grammy Award-winning country singer. Something rhymes.
Leanne.
Yeah, Leanne, and in brackets, Lee. L-E-I-G-H. Anne, A-N-N-E, for some reason. Number 4. Who was the only female judge on the original series of The Voice?
Danny Minogue.
No, that's wrong.
Well, it's nothing to do with Coronation Street.
The ones you got were Perry,
and Leanne.
And Leanne. No.
Not, I was going to say, because there was that actress who was something Perry.
Yes, it was Lincoln.
And Leanne. There was Leanne who was in Coronation Street.
The clue is stars of X Factor.
Well, what does it want? All 3 stars? Or?
Well, I think it's
Well,
like,
is it
you're
one of
supposed to give you 4 names and they make up somebody who was good on X Factor. And,
Oh, is it not the Saturdays, it's the other one.
Mick Jagger's kid's called Jade.
Jade, yeah.
And the
I know a song by her.
Female judge on The Voice is Jessie J, which in brackets is Jesy.
This is bad. I should have remembered them. Yeah, I know the band, but I don't know the name.
Yeah, correct.
Who is it again?
Little Mix.
Little Mix. Yeah. K what Queen? I mean, it wants you to do a word beginning with K. K Queen was a 1974 number 2 hit for the rock band Queen.
Killer.
Which kind of light is used as the ignition source in gas boilers?
Pilot.
Yes. To make a human being, you need an egg and a what?
Sperm.
Yeah. Peter Duncan, Anthea Turner, and Helen Skelton have all been presenters on which legendary BBC children's show?
Blue. Peter.
So what's the link?
Wales.
Yeah. Biggest animals ever. Except that they're not called the Blue Pete. It has
Peter Wales.
It doesn't do in a bracket.
For God's sake, get the word. A removable paper cover wrapped around a hardback book is also known as what kind of jacket?
Sleeve.
Number 2. Which Bill co-founded Microsoft?
Gates.
That's right. Something and Peace is a novel by Leo Tolstoy, first published in 1869.
War and Peace.
That's correct. Which word beginning with T describes a major hike across challenging terrain?
Trek.
That's correct.
Trek, Gates, and
they're not helping you. I'd argue about the war one.
What's the clue?
Well, the clue is the answer really. Jiminy Cricket wished upon one
star.
Yeah, it's another
Star Trek.
Star War.
Star War.
Stargates.
What's the one?
They got the wrong way around.
What was the one I got wrong?
Stardust. Dust jacket.
Oh, dust jacket. Try these glasses. See if they help.
Oh yeah, they're much better.
They won't be good for long distance. They're for reading.
Oh, you bit on my bloody head.
No, not better.
Yeah, they are better.
Well, they were just reading glasses. It might be worth getting just a pair of cheap reading glasses.
What, from Amazon?
Yeah. I mean, technically I have loads of pairs lying around, but they've all fallen down behind things. So I don't have as many.
I'll keep these.
As I mean, you can have that. But I'm sure I'll find my other ones.
Oh, I feel sick.
Don't wear them for looking around at things. They're just for close up. Keep them close up. No, don't be sick. Oh no. It's a sad way to end. We're out and about today. We're in the boot on a magical mystery tour with Uncle Warren. Hello. We've had a nice lunch at the Harvester in West Byfleet, as is our routine.
You had a large portion, didn't you?
I did have a large portion. I had gammon, and you had something on a.
You ate a UKIP supporter?
No, don't tempt me. They taste horrible. Anyway, you had something on a waffle. On a waffle. Yes, and I had a apple crumble. Apple crumble sundae, which basically was a portion of apple crumble with ice cream on top. I think because it was warm, so I don't know where. Anyway.
I saw you handling it at the beginning. I wondered what you were doing.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm always easily swayed by. It said new on the menu, and I thought, oh, it's new. I got to try it.
I always think menus are constructed wrong. Because I always read them in reverse, because I'm far more interested in the desserts than I am the main courses.
Yeah. Anyway, we came out for a drive to Richmond Park and
the seals on their bicycles.
Now we're driving back again because most of the roads seem to be closed, because when we came here last year, if you remember, we came during the week, and
was
even
last
then
year?
Yeah, I think it was last summer at some point. And
was it a couple of months ago?
No, it was last time you came over, we recorded for your show and my show more, because it was still kind of cold. Yeah, last time we came here, we managed to get to a cafe, but the car park was half empty, and although it was a sunny day, it was during the week, so there were still roads we couldn't drive on because there was road closures. But today, virtually all of the roads were closed. And even if we wanted to stop at the car park, they were totally full. So it was a very nice sunny day and everything. It would have been nice to have sat under a tree, but
have a 99, couldn't we?
We could have done. Although having had apple crumble,
you've had an apple crumble. I had a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I'll go for that. I'll tell you what. I'll have the 99, and I'll tell you what it was like.
Well, actually, that was a bit like that when I went to the Isle of Wight recently, and we went to Allen Bay. With Mark, and there was a really nice ice cream stand, and wasn't expensive, and particularly as Mark bought the ice cream, it was very, very cheap, very cheap for me. But I had a scoop of strawberry and a scoop of raspberry ripple, and these scoops were enormous, much bigger than you expect for.
Nice pair of raspberry ripples.
And unfortunately, none of them were dairy free, so I felt a bit bad. I sat there eating my free ice cream, and Mark couldn't have anything because there was no dairy alternative.
And to make him feel better for you, you had his ice cream as well.
Well, I mean, the size of the scoops, effectively, I did have to. Sometimes when you have scoops of ice cream, you need to. Like when I went to I went to a pub with my friend Sarah and Keely the other day, and I had a lovely Sunday lunch. Then Sarah and I had ice cream, and I could tell because of the prices in that pub that probably one scoop of ice cream would have meant you would have had to have got a telescope out to see the ice cream. So I had two scoops, and there were two little sort of tablespoons. Two scoops. There were two tablespoon sized scoops, whereas the scoops I had in Allen Bay were like two massive scoops.
Great big dollops.
Great big dollops, yeah. Because I thought Yeti Uncle John was here.
I thought Yeti Uncle. Shall we check the glove compartment?
No, not yet. I'm a bit wary.
I put a double lock on it.
Yeah, you got a different car. You got a different car from last time.
Perhaps he's in the old car. Perhaps
dear.
He went to the breaker's yard.
Oh dear.
The old car.
Yeti Uncle John. I just thought he was busy at Charlotte's. But it sounds like he might
We
have...
finally got him.
Oh dear.
He's going to come back as a little cube.
Oh no.
There'll be bits of Yeti Uncle John in the metal cube. We can market that.
Well, I can only apologise to Yeti Uncle John fans that there's no official confirmation, but maybe he'll turn up. Yes, so we're really sort of heading on back because there's we are quite close to Wimbledon Common, but again, we don't think there's like going to be car parks that are going to be empty for us, or Bushy Park is the same thing. There's
a Putney Vale crematorium.
Oh, how lovely! Yes, we could. How great! I remember we were in this area last time, and we were going to use your recording equipment, which you suddenly found out it didn't have any charging. It needed charging. It didn't have any batteries or something.
I can't remember. It must have been a while. Must have been my handheld thing. I must have moved recently, because then I just took it out of the box and brought it in, and thinking, oh, I'll add new batteries in that when I was down in Dorset.
Yeah.
Dorset batteries last longer than London ones.
Oh, is that true?
It is true. And they're cheaper.
Have you been playing Fortnite recently? We haven't been on at the same time recently.
No, I've noticed. I've sort of caught you tail end as you've just disappeared, and I thought, okay, I'll take that as a slight.
Well, I tend to play about 3:30 my time because
he cheats.
No, when I play with Mateus, and he needs to go to bed early because he's in Poland. I'm not sure it's just that he's in Poland.
Is that what they do in Poland? They go to bed early?
Go to bed early. They do if they work somewhere that starts very early, which he does. So we tend to play at about 3:30, but we've been in, at time of recording, we've been in one of those weird short seasons, or we are in a short season.
Which changes next week, doesn't it?
Changes next week. It's all Star Wars themed. Have you had the Darth Vader AI thing though? I quite like asking him.
Yeah, I can get him to say rude words.
Yeah, I've asked him about I've asked him about his sex life and stuff, or I've asked him about like has he ever had like embarrassing stories or embarrassing doctor's appointments. Or
did you ask him about the Lynx deodorant for your?
Oh no,
undercarriage.
Usually he some of the questions I've asked him, he's taken them quite well. He's like, this is irrelevant to the. We must continue with the fight. Are you okay? Yet he seems to think I'm a Wookiee. Or maybe
Wookiee. Yes.
He keeps calling me Wookiee, and I just asked. We were asking him about his home life and like, do you get on well with your kids and all that sort of thing. And
lend me a hand.
And I told him to shut up once. He was going on, "Hello, Darth Vader, shut up! Stop going on! Oh, I'm fed up with it. It's nag with you, isn't it, all the time? You don't get your own way. You don't like it."
I bet you said it in that way as well.
Yeah. He's like, do not speak to me in that way. But
The force is strong on this one.
Yeah. But, surprisingly calm about it, really. I mean, he didn't turn me into a frog or whatever Darth Vader does to people. I don't know.
Eyes of a newt.
Yeah. I asked him what his favourite James Bond was. Asked him if he was asked him what was his favourite Beatles song. He seemed to know. He's not very well informed for somebody of his standing.
You'd have thought he would have been. He thought he'd be more chatty. He thought he'd be passing words of wisdom.
But, a few weeks ago now, they had that thing where Godzilla turned up.
Oh, yes.
And
used to scream at
you could be Godzilla, but only if you got there at the right time. I think Mateus managed to be Godzilla once. I never did.
I did it once. I think Tropy got me into it.
Oh.
And he says, press button, whatever it was, and it screams. And it's like you had to scream at people was one of the tasks. I thought I could have done that without pressing the button. Stand on his foot and he'll scream there.
At least they do put these little.
I like the idea of making Darth Vader. I mean, I said to him, what are you going to do with that colourful toothpick that you keep waving around? He got very upset about that. He says, how dare you talk about an Imperial lightsaber in that kind of way? And I'm like, oh, he's very touchy, isn't he?
Yeah. I can't think of all the questions I asked, but it was quite.
I did also ask you, by the sounds of your breathing, your hay fever's playing.
Yes, I think I said something about that.
You must get sick of that question.
I said, Darth Vader, do you use a CPAP? Because I noticed your breathing is quite poor. But I mean, I was only showing concern. So I use one, and I find it very useful. And I think something you might benefit from. But some people don't like to take advice, do they? Some people are very, very fussy.
I've never seen a Krispy Kreme drive-through. Wow. There you go. Today was a school day.
But,
people. Hello, people.
Hello, we're going past. We're going past people.
Very fast.
I don't know. I don't know whether Dealey will be awake when we get home. He might be cross because I snuck out when he was under the duvets.
Won't let you forget you, though.
We might find we go back and he's done a poo for us. You can never tell with Dealey these days. He brings gifts. He leaves gifts.
Beware of Dealey bearing gifts.
But then, Mark's...
Homemade. You might have to... The effort that he's put into it. It's homemade.
My friend Mark's cats tend to bring back bits of dead animals, so I don't know which is worse. Really.
Is he sewing them all together to make some kind of Frankenstein monster? Franken-monster.
Franken-sparrow.
Franken-sparrow.
Needed a few different ones.
Vole of vengeance.
It's got the brain of a sparrow and the body of a cuckoo. Sounds like
so it's a bird that invades your home, takes over your home and plays a lovely tune whilst it does it.
Well, we shall see.
The road is long.
But you can't go up here because we've closed the road today for cyclists.
Everywhere, lots of people, lots of seals on bicycles.
And lots of people who were cycling as if they were the only people, like there wasn't like car behind the lights. We're running along on the road. Those
there were people with clothes off as well.
Sometimes that needs to be enforced, to be honest. You don't want just anybody flaunting themselves. So those bikes that are free.
There's no way to refer to some of the people there.
The ones that you can hire, they don't have lights or like.
They're sort of lazy bikes because They say you can hire it, but they're electric as well, aren't they? Most of the time, people just scoot round on them, as opposed to sort of pedalling.
Yeah. And no rear view mirrors.
No bell. Oh, well, not bell. But have you heard a person use a bell recently?
I haven't heard a bell, no. Ring that bell.
Ding, ding.
Well, listeners, we'll report back at some other stage. So, yes, it's been a magical mystery tour. We need to find some place. Maybe we need to go to a National Trust house and have a National Trust lunch next time. There are one or two.
Are you a National Trust member?
No, but I think I know people who are. I could nick their pass. I could nick their pass and pretend to be them.
Let me know, because I've got my own pass.
Yeah, well, that might work out. Yeah, there are one or two places near Guildford, I think. There's a National Trust.
I didn't think Guildford was National Trust at all.
The whole of Guildford.
Oh.
Well, I'll have a look into it and see if I can get hold of it.
That explains why the cream teas in Guildford are extremely expensive.
Yeah.
I love a National Trust cream tea.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I always remember their little cafes are quite nice. Anyway, well, we'll see what we can do.
Plotted grade.
Richmond Park can't be trusted anymore. Certainly not during the week these days.
Definitely not.
Not in the weekend, anyway.
And it's got cold hands.
Nick's here, listeners. Listeners have been spoilt this episode. It's full of, well, we've been catching up with people we've not spoken to for a while, and
yeah, cause it's been quite a while, hasn't it? Because
well, I haven't been. I have seen you at my house, but I haven't been down here since March, and we're in June, one way or another.
Yeah, I don't think we did any recording there.
No, we may not have done that
time.
But we're recording on a Thursday on your day off, so, and you've come to Charlton, and or Yeti Manors, as I used to call it.
The Towers, as Keith used to call it.
And we've been. Well, I needed you to help with your video camera because I needed to do a little video for a profile that I'm setting up, which may allow me to help people learning English. Just sort of in conversation. I don't know if it's going to work out or
It's just a really nice thing to do because I also back in the day I when I didn't have a video camera used to borrow yours willy-nilly. And so I also owe you quite a lot in that. But I've also I bought a tripod for I bought Post new stills camera, and I bought a tripod for it, but it actually fits my video camera, because in the old days, we had a Panasonic one with tapes, whereas this one was bought in 2018 and has discs and internal drive and things like that, which would have been absolutely marvellous back in the day. So it was nice to be able to use it for a purpose, and it was just like old times, really.
I haven't sort of. I just suddenly it occurred to me you were coming over, and I'd sort of set in my head that I would do the video at my parents' house because it's tidier and nicer than my flat. But then I thought, well, I wonder if you could help me, because otherwise I'm still going to be having the situation where I'm trying to hold probably my iPhone and try and say something. And as we'll hear in a moment, I had enough trouble still saying I'd written a little script, but I didn't really have the confidence to memorise it, because I'm sort of out of the habit of doing that.
Unlike the old camcorder days, I could actually, with the screen fully in colour, and it would put your face in a square.
Well, in the end, I was able to hold the phone with because I wrote on a bit of paper some prompters to remind me, but I didn't actually need. And I thought, well, I could give you that to hold, and I was a bit concerned about my. I'm sure. The thing is, I haven't seen other people's videos. I'm sure they're all pretty amateur, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're brilliant, but I was a bit concerned about sort of. I wanted my eyes to be looking at the camera, but I had to kind of dart away a few times.
Also, I mean, the job you're going for isn't requiring a professional.
No, exactly.
Video. But you're not going as an actor or something.
No, but we did quite a few takes. Here are some of the successful and unsuccessful ones.
Right, we are running. If you want to. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's it.
And this isn't putting too much shade over my hat isn't putting too much shade over my face.
No, I mean, you've got the light here and more darker here.
Yes.
But it looks okay.
Hello, my name is Paul. I'm here to help you practice your English conversational skills. Basically, we can chat as much as you like to give you experience of speaking English. I'm a London-based podcaster with 10 years' experience, so I'm used to talking with people from all over the world as part.
Take two.
Hello, my name's Paul. I'm here to help you practice your English. Hello, my name is Paul. I'm here to help you practice your English conversational skills. Basically, we can chat as much as you like to give you the experience of speaking in English. I'm a London-based podcaster with 10 years' experience, so I'm used to talking with people from all over.
That's all right. I think my leg knocked the camera very early on. Anyway.
Hello, my name is Paul. I'm here to help you practice your conversational English. Basically, we can chat. Hello, my name is Paul. I'm here to help you practice my conversation. Here to help me practice speaking. Hello, my name is Paul. I'm here to help you practice your conversational English. Basically, we can chat about anything just to give you practice of speaking in English. I'm a ridiculous podcaster who can't speak anything. Can we talk about things? Hello, my name is Paul. I'm here to help you practice your conversational English. Basically, we can chat about any subject and no. I can't get through this bit. I'm a podcaster with 10 years' experience and...
I really am.
I really am. I'm a London-based podcaster. I am.
You really am.
Hello, my name is Paul, and I'm here to help you practice your conversational English. Basically, we can chat about whatever you like to give you practice of speaking in English. I'm a London-based podcaster with 10 years' experience, and whilst I'm making the show, I talk to people from all over the world. I also have 20 years' experience of working in an international college library, where I got to help a lot of people. So, if you think I can help you, please get in touch. Yes. We'll see what happens.
No, it was just like old times. It was, with outtakes and things like that. And there was one point, there's a couple of points where I kind of, when that like that with my nose. And I was rather hoping you weren't looking too closely at me, because I,
I did go.
Funny things that happen.
I did go through a smirky stage,
I think that at one point you were saying I can help you talk more in English.
Well,
and we ended up thinking you can help me talk more in English.
I'm here to. It did feel like it's so easy to. Yeah, so easy to. I found the same. When I used to do the performance poetry, that it was very easy to trip over words and things.
Yeah. I mean, even when I did my turn last year in Night Must Fall as the Lord Chief Justice, I had a long speech, and I kind of, I don't think it. There was one point where I think there's a point in each night. I think there was only one night I actually got it all out. But there was lots of trippings there. So.
I think it was harder because a couple of takes we tried to improvise. I tried to improvise from having, but even then you're still having to. It's so much harder than improvising. I mean, like for the podcast, because you're not having to make eye contact, having to be on camera made it harder. But
the other thing is, of course, I'm in the final throes of. Obviously, I've copied something up before, but this is consolidating the tape. So every file is complete tape.
Yeah.
There's no fiddly little. It doesn't cut off at all. It just goes straight through. So I've when I think it was about this time last year, I decided to go do them all. So when you need to use an episode or put one on, there's a fresh set, with uninterrupted. And I'm up to. Well, I've sort of returned. I did a load between. So I was here 2 weeks ago getting them. So I was able to. I've done quite a few in 2 weeks. So I've been able to return quite a few.
But we've also recorded a random word episode. Although it wasn't just random words, but you probably won't hear that for a while because there's at least one other random word episode. I think there's another random word episode and a random Doctor Who. Plus random word episode yet to be released, so it may
lots
not.
Of randomness to look
lots
forward.
of randomness to look forward to, but it's always useful to, especially as we have slowed down slightly the amount of episodes that come out a month. We'll get there though. It's funny enough, you arrived today, and I just released an episode, and it was long. It'll have been out a few weeks by the time you hear this. This is one of your episodes that'll be going out. Probably at the end of June. So this chat, whereas the random word episode may not be out for a while. This bit of chat will be out, pushed straight to the top of the.
At the end of June, we are going away. Ali and I are going away to two places in Wales to mark two different occasions, 50 years apart. So we're going to Towgarth, where we went as a family holiday in 1975. And it was so successful we went there again in 76. So I'm going there to mark the 50th anniversary of that particular holiday. And also we're going to Wrexham, where my dad was born, because he would have been 100 on the 28th of June. And of course he died the same year as Shiloh got going, with 2816. So but yeah, so that's two significant things coming up, and we're spending our wedding anniversary in July in Paris, which I haven't been to for 22 years. So it'd be nice to see it.
I haven't been for a while now, but I last went sometime during the 2010s, probably the earlier part of the 2010s. But I must have been to Paris more than half a dozen times. And a couple of times I went on family holidays where Mum and Dad were already over here staying outside of Paris, but they picked me up in Paris, so I didn't necessarily see much of Paris. I remember one of the times we'd stayed outside of Paris and they were due to drop me back, but there was a big strike going on and we couldn't and they blocked all the motorways, we couldn't get in. So I had to stay with them an extra night. And luckily, because the difference between Eurostar and whatever it's called when you can put a car on it, which I guess...
Oh, ferries?
No, but you're a train again.
Oh, right.
You can drive, but I don't know whether they're just Eurostar, but they just do to Folkestone or Dover or something. But yes, you can drive. You can drive on, but they don't care how many people are in the car. So the fact that I missed my Eurostar sit-down Eurostar because I couldn't get into Paris didn't matter, and I was able to come back with them the next day. The only reason I was coming back early, I think, was because I was due to be going on holiday, going from one holiday to another, and there was supposed to be a day between the two trips. But due to the strikes, I had to get home, chuck the washing in the washing machine, and go away the next day somewhere else with Callum probably. Anyway, well, I hope you have a nice time.
It'll be good. I'm having a little party next Saturday to mark the completion of my films of the LDFF project.
I'll actually be seeing you just before you go to Paris.
You will, yes, in between Wrexham and Paris. So we're going, both times we're going half week to the end of the week.
Yeah.
So that early part of the week is actually free. So.
Yeah, I've got a dentist appointment and I wasn't sure, but it's worked out very well. It wasn't made necessarily knowing that you'd be free or not free. It was just made because that was what I was given.
2 weeks off work, so I can do that a bit more easily now because the nature of the work I do now, it's easier to cover.
Yeah. Good to catch up, and thanks for your help with the video, and we'll speak again soon. And thanks for being random with me. Listeners, you'll hear it eventually.
When was I not?
Yeah, you'll hear it one day. All right. Bye for now. Listen, let's go back to whatever. I think we must be near the end of the episode by this point. But anyway, that's Shazam. No, not Shazam. No, that's an app. Skedaddle. Skedaddle. Yes, that's Skedaddle. Hey, Big Fatty, it's me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing?
Good.
I thought I'd just call in. It's been a while, I know.
Yes,
I'm calling again from the hospital.
Hospital?
Yes, I'm having another hospital appointment.
Oh, no.
Nothing of terribly great importance.
Okay, good.
It's all the travelling that takes the time.
Yes.
To get a train, I had to get a taxi. And
I have a story about that.
Around the hospital.
Yes.
So I'm here now.
Yes.
And I'm
have you had
early. I always leave.
Turn your head and cough?
I got here about an hour and a half earlier than I needed to.
Oh, good.
You know, there have been times when I've left time and then I've got stuck in a traffic jam.
Yes. Better to be an early bird.
That's what I've been up to. I haven't gone that far because I've had a few aches and pains. And there's been quite a lot going on.
Yes.
With Yeti Uncle John.
Oh,
and the Magpie Hut.
Oh, yes.
Because it's not so long ago that there was a big bang.
Big bang.
And the Magpie Hut was completely destroyed.
Oh.
So it's being rebuilt at the moment.
Oh, yes.
The unfortunate side of that is that the magpies have been living in the trees outside my flat.
420 magpies.
But they can be quite squawky.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what it is. But they seem to like to have chats at night.
Oh, yes.
Chats. They're probably confiding in one another or something.
Oh, yes.
It's right outside my window. I'm trying to learn magpie so I can actually listen in to what they're saying. I'm sure the gossip would be amazing.
It's a learning process.
Anyway, look, I hope everything's okay with you.
Oh, it's lovely.
And Poodle. And,
hi.
I promise I'll ring back when I'm not visiting a hospital.
Oh, I think that's lovely.
Anyway, I'd better go because it's nearly time for my appointment.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well,
I'm going to treat myself to a nice cup of coffee once I'm done.
Oh, yes, a coffee.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Maybe
Bye for now.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Dick, I see y'all. That, of course, is Paul, the Shy Yeti. And Paul, thank you so much for the call. Always lovely to hear from you. And I hope... So you'll have to let us know if the doctor was cute.
Oh dear, those poor Pokemon. I'm pretty sure some of them were run over by the lawnmower, but anyway, listeners, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Yeah, you did? All those chats, all 4 of them, maybe more, maybe not more. I'm not sure. It's really all up to Editor Paul to make a decision on that. Anyway, so I've been busy hunting Pokemon. The ones that weren't run over by the lawnmower, I captured. So hopefully I've benefited. I'm surprised I've not bumped into my mum and my dad, because we all decided to go for separate walks in different directions with different cats. Well, I don't have a cat. I have a fox, Mr. Fox, or whatever he's called. But anyway, I haven't bumped into anybody. So, right, well, that's all we've got time for this episode. I'm presuming there's going to be something exciting, like a little bit of extra material at the end of the episode, as there usually is. I'm hoping I don't have to record anything now, because, as I say, I'm Pokemon hunting Pokemons. So, yeah. So let's hope maybe there'll be some outtakes or something. I don't know. Editor Paul, it's your responsibility. I hope Editor Paul isn't hunting Pokemons, because that would really mean that not much gets done. But anyway, I can hear the tweeting of the birds. Aren't they nice? I presume they're birds and not Pokemon. Do Pokemons look like birds? I'm not sure. Good question. Right, well, I'm going to have to make a move, because it's starting to get dark, and I don't want to get run over by the lawnmower on my way back to the house. But anyway, well, I hope you've enjoyed the chats. Thank you for everybody involved. It was good to hear from you all, see how you're doing, and we've got plenty of episodes in the can. We'll be back again soon. But to listeners, you take care, and I'll take care. Can Pokemons catch people, or can they catch Pokemon hunters? Because I might get caught. I need to ask Darth Grizzly so many questions. Anyway, we'll do that another time. I'm sure he'll tell us. All right, take care. Bye for now, and keep hunting them Pokemons. They're dastardly things. Other than that cute koala one. Yeah. All right. Okay. Bye for now. Come on, Fox. We're going home now. Come on. No, don't do that there. I'm gonna. If you do a poo, I'm gonna have to bag it up, aren't I? Put it in the doggy bin, foxy bin. Sorry, listeners. Oh dear. I didn't know that Pokemon foxes did that. All right. Okay. Bye. There was I think it was on Prime, they did like a limited series. You know, we did last summer, which again was that was sort of stamped. I can't remember if that was like a remake, but it was episodes rather than the film.
It reminds me a bit of I really like that film The Fog, and the remake was just atrocious. I mean, what happens is just ruin it all. You just think, we'll put in some good looking people, no matter if they can act, we'll just shove these people in front of the camera, read this, that's it. And it just feels like, total rip-off and very, very unsatisfactory. Yeah, I'm too much of that. Well, I resubscribed to Disney because I wanted to watch the new Andor series, which is the only Star Wars spin-off that I like. And they've got loads. They've got like 5 or 6. Oh, no, I like The Mandalorian. If you've watched any of the Mandalorian ones, which is basically a Western theme, really. But they're good. I enjoyed those. So The Mandalorian I really like, and then this Andor is like adult Star Wars, and I started to watch the one with Ewan McGregor, and I think I might have done 3 episodes and gave up on it. Then they have this other thing called Ashoka, which is just really trying to, I think, more or less made for the Japanese market. And I gave that 1.5 episodes, and I couldn't summon up the energy to finish the second episode. And I'm not even going to start watching cartoons. I'm not into any of it. I mean, it's fine for, I appreciate I'm not their audience. I'm not their market that they're aiming at. But the spin-offs have been, apart from the outdoor one, it's hit and miss. Basically, it's hit and miss. Do you want any this masala sauce?
I think I'm going to be full.
Yeah. So the Andor one actually I thought was really good.
I gotta go now! Bye! I want to come with you! Gotta go! Bye! Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes, goodbye.
Wow, really? No kidding.
Thank you, darling. And you too. Bye-bye.
Oh, that sounded good.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
That is so cringe, oh my god.
You're a man of culture as well.
And the other thing about Disney, do you watch the American Horror Story? I finished off watching their version of Rosemary's Baby. I quite liked it. I mean, although I knew how it was going to end.
I didn't dislike it, but I was kind of expecting there was going to be more to it.
Right.
I thought that there was going to. I kind of thought they were going to do the Rosemary's Baby thing for half, and then they were going to go down some other route or something. But it was pretty much
as expected. Yeah, it did follow a trajectory. But I don't know if have you watched any of the short stories, like the whole story in 45 minutes?
Yeah, I've watched
Yes, yeah, thank you. sort of 45 minutes.
Yeah, I watched like 1.5 seasons.
Yeah, they're really good. The reason I haven't watched any more, I haven't had time. But there's a brilliant one about plastic surgery, a cautionary tale. But it's really, I find it riveting. I've watched it again. I enjoyed it so much.
I can't remember which one that. I can't remember.
No,
I think I'm.
But it's about this woman who's getting older, and she goes in for this plastic surgery, and there's a big cost to pay, big price.
Is that the cult one at the end?
They might be in a cult. They've all had the surgery. I don't want to spoil it for you in case you haven't seen it. But the short stories I think are really clever. But I did watch the last one. I watched American Horror Thing, and it was all about AIDS in the 1980s. And I was thinking, this is so depressing. And it was with
Russell Tovey.
Yeah, who I like. He's a great actor. But I just thought, this is so depressing. And I carried on with it. I didn't see it all the way to the end, but I didn't think it was about
It didn't feel very well. Yeah, it started off being like Snatcher, and then it sort of went. It seemed to lose what it was.
Yeah, definitely lost momentum, and I think that
often happens with that show. There are some seasons that it's good all the way.
Yeah, well, they go back in time. I mean, they had a series called Hotel, which I really like because it explained. They tell the story in the first 5 episodes, and then they go back in time and tell you about the characters and how they got to that point.
I almost think that there was that season where they did a 6-parter and a 4-parter.
Oh yeah.
I almost feel like it would be better if they did that rather than trying to stretch a story out to 10 episodes when they haven't got enough story.
Yeah, okay. There's a really good one when they filmed it all in May. I don't know if they actually did film it in Maine, but it made me want to go there and visit. And Boston and all that.
The one by the sea?
Yeah.
That's the 6th. That was the one where they did the 6th.
Yeah.
That was the one with the 10th anniversary.
Very, very good. Yeah, very good.
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Well, gotta tell you, I didn't expect that.
What the hell just happened on this show? I mean, seriously, reverse it, because I lost... What's going on? What happened?
Man, was that worth it or not? Oh my goodness, that was a darling little shoe. Wow, I love that one. Ha, great show, Paul. Yeah, that was a good shoe.
That was beautifully done.
I'm going to have some orange squash now. It's an exciting life.
Everyone's a critic.
You can always call me.
Oi, oi, that's your lot. Bye.
Et voilà.
Some girls do. Ooh. Some girls don't. Ooh. Everything's beeping. Stop beeping. We're trying to record.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Yankee!
Okay, stopping recording now.